Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. So welcome to the 10th session of the Quranic Arabic study group. Inshallah, we will be covering Surah Quresh today, chapter 106 of the Quran, and briefly also look at last week's Surah Al-Ma'un. So let's take a look at last week's Surah first. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ara'ayta allazi yukazzibu bid-din. Have you seen the one who denies the judgment? فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدْعُو الْيَتِيمَ. Then that is the one who repulses the orphan. وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. And does not feel the urge to feed the poor. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ. So woe to those who pray. الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. Those who about their prayers are neglectful. الَّذِينَ هُمْ يُرَاءُونَ وَيَمْنَعُونَ الْمَعُونَ. Those who make show and they deny small kindnesses. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Some of the words that we looked at last week. Ra'a, yara'u, and this was coming in two different forms, both to see, which we've already seen before, and also here it's being used as showing off, allazina hum yura'una. So this is form 3. And form 3, if you recall, is fa'ala, as opposed to fa'ala, which is form 2. Kazaba is used in form 2 over here. Kazaba, ra'ayta allazi yukazzibu bid-din. And then deen, judgment. Da'a, which is used here as repulses. Fazalika allazi yad'u al-yatim, one who repulses the yatim. And yatamim as yatim, as also used in Urdu, simply means the orphan. Hadda, wala yuhuddu ala ta'am al-miskin, feel the urge. So hadda here is being used as form 1. Ta'am, to feed, wala yuhuddu ala ta'am al-miskin. And sakana, so wala yuhuddu ala ta'am al-miskin. Miskin is, as it's used in Urdu as well, simply means the poor. Sallu here is being used as fawail al-musallin, to those who pray. And allazina hum an salatihim sahun means neglectful. And wayamna'un al-ma'un, and yamna implies, and the one they deny. So mana'a yamna'u was the word. And ma'un here is used as small kindnesses. So let's take a look at Surah for today, Surah Quresh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. And let's take a look at the word by word meaning. لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف. For the familiarity of the Quraysh, إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف, their familiarity with the journey of winter and summer, or to cause their familiarity with the journey of winter and summer. It's been translated in different ways, in different contexts. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. So let them worship the Lord of this house. الَّذِي أَطْعَمَهُم مِّن جُوعٍ, the one who feeds them from hunger. وَآمَنَهُم مِّن خَوْفٍ, and gives them security from fear. So now let's take a closer look at some of the individual words. The first word is ilaf, and it's been used twice over here. as you can see in both of these locations. So here it's been used for the familiarity. So the ilafi Quraysh, ilafihim, and again as familiarity. It's also used in different forms. So it's been used 22 times in the Quran. And you can be perhaps familiar with the word alf, which is a noun form, which simply means 1,000. So you can see, for example, in different parts of the Quran, Surah 70 and Surah 97, it's used as simply as 1,000. As over here, Tarajul Malaikatu Waruhu ilayhi fi yawmin kana miqdaruhu 50 alf. And here it's used as Laylatul Qadr khairun min alfi shahr. And here it's these two here simply mean 1,000. And in form 2, it means friendship. So here in Surah number 3, it's used as is kuntum a'da'a fa'allafa bayna qulubihim fa'asbahtum bi ni'matihi ikhwana. So fa'allafa here has been used as friendship. So we can see that there is some relationship between these two forms, not for the noun, which seems quite different, but between form 2 and form 4, there is some similarity in sense of friendship over here and familiarizing. So one is familiar with friends. So the Ilafi Quresh, of course, is a proper noun. Rihlat al-shita'i was-sayf. Rihla here is the word Raha Lam, sorry, and is being used as the word the journey. So Ilafihim Rihlat al-shita'i was-sayf. So the journey. And it also has different meanings as a noun, which is quite different. Saddlebags. Rihlat al-shita'i was-sayf. Two words here, shita and saif, and those are simply nouns for winter and summer. So the root here is sheen, ta, and waw, which simply means the winter, and it's only used once in the Quran. And saif also, I think, has been only used, only occurs once in the Quran, and simply implies the summer. So shita, winter and summer. Well, Ya'budu Rabb Hazal Bayt. And Ya'budu, of course, is a word which we've seen several times before. The root letters are Ain, Ba, and Dal, and occur about almost 300 times in the Quran. Now we've seen this before earlier as Wala antum a'abiduna ma a'bud, a'bud, abadtum, ta'budun, abudu, and here now it's occurring as fal ya'budu. So the root letters are the basic form. One verb is abada, and the mudari is ya'budu, ya'budu. So here you can see it's been used as a mudari form, fal ya'budu, and this is plural. So let them worship. So abada would be he worships or he worshipped, and abudu would be I worship, and yabudu would be they or he worships or he will worship, and wal yabudu would mean they worship or they will worship. So that is the word over here.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
What about the word for servant, abd? Is that different? Is it alif?
Yeah, so this is abad. If you look at this 131 times, it occurs as a noun, abad. So I think what you're referring to as servant or, servant of Allah, Abdullah. So that is, I believe, from this noun word. So if you're saying Abdullah, Abdullahi, so that would be servant of Allah. This would be mudaf alayh. And we also have Abid is the one who is or the one, I'm not sure exactly how abid would be translated, but it's the active participle, the one who is a servant. And there are other forms as well, abada, and then there's noun form ibadat. So you can see all of these. Many of these are familiar to us. Ibadat is obviously used in Urdu as well, and so I hope that answers the question.
Thank you.
So فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. Rabba, of course, we've seen before, Hazal Bait. And Bait is simply the noun, which simply means a house. And the root letters are Ba, Ya, and Ta. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. It's also used in, for example, Surah 71 as رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ وَلِمَنْ دَخَلَ بَيْتِيَ مُؤْمِنًا, which is famous dua of Hazrat Nuh. Baiti here, it implies my house. Dakhla baiti mu'minan. Baiti mu'minan. And this is used 65 times in the Quran as a simple noun, bait. And there's also the form one, but I'm not too familiar with this form or this form. Perhaps we'll cover it at an appropriate time. And so, Rabba Hazal Bait, وَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ الَّذِي أَطْعَمَهُم مِّن جُوعٍ. So, At'ama, let's take a look at this word. And the root letters are Ta, Ain, and Mim. And it's occurring about 50 times in the Quran. Here it's been used as the form 4. So, if you look at the first verb, one form, that's taima, taimo, not very common. But I think atama is far more common. It's also used more commonly in the Quran. And if we think about how you'd write it, it would be atama. Atama would be the mazi. And if we think about the mudari, you can see that here, right here, as form 4, it's also being used as a mudari over here. وَيُطْعِمُونَ. So clearly the mudari form would be yut'imu. Yut'imu. So that wasn't obvious. Atama could have been yut'imu or yut'amu, but from the Quran itself, we can see that the mudari is yut'imu. And atama.
Also tam.
So, I'm sorry?
Food.
Ta'am, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. Tam is food, no?
Yes, ta'am means food. So this is also occurring 24 times as ta'am, which simply means food as a noun form. And there are other less commonly used. Itama, I'm not very familiar with this. Ta'im also, and ta'ima. So, and astat'amu as well. But this, I think, is the more, this and atama and tam, these two perhaps are the most common forms of the root letters ta, ain, mim. So you can see here it's being used as allazi atamahum min ju'in wa amanahum min khawf. Atamahum means atama would be mazi. Atamahum, he feeds them rather, hum. Atamahum. Innama nut'imukum liwajhillahi la nuridu minkum jaza'an wala shukura. So here it's been used in Surah 76 as well. وَيُطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ مِسْكِينًا وَيَتِيمًا وَأَسِيرًا. So, and here it's being used as the noun form, ta'am. So this was in Surah 107. I think we've already seen this before. وَلَا يُحُدُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. And one who does not urge the feeding of the poor. وَلَا تَحَاضُّونَ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. Also, this we haven't come across this yet, but this will be in the later surahs, earlier surahs. So this was the word atama. Allazi atamahum min ju, and ju is a noun. As you can figure out, it's a noun because it has a tanween at the end as well. So let's take a look over here. Allazi atamahum min ju'in wa amanahum min khawf. And this has occurred 5 times in the Quran. And here it's been used as a noun form as hunger. And in Surah 88 also it's been used, La yusminu wa la yughni min ju'. Both of them are being used as hunger. And the last ayah of amanahum min khawf. And amana is a very common word in the Quran. And if you look at the details, it occurs actually a very large number of times, almost 1,000 times, 879 times in the Quran. And here it's been used in the most popular form, which is form 4, amana. And it also has an amina, which as I show you, that's also another form, which is the basic form, and amana is form 4. And then it's been used in different forms, for example, as the active participle, momin as well, and also as a verbal noun, iman. So it's a very rich word, which has a very large number of versions or derived forms, 17 derived forms. So here it's been used as form 4, which is amana. And an example of form 1 is being used in Surah number 67, Am amintum min fis samai an yursila alaykum hasiba. This is, I think, Surah Mulk, where it's been used as the basic form 1, which is to feel secure. So one is to feel secure, and here it also is being used as security, allazi atamahum min ju'in wa amanahum min khawf, and gives them security from min ju'in wa amanahum min khawf, security from fear. And in Surah 103, it is being used in a different meaning, although it is from the same form 4 verb, but it's being used here as illa allazina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. So here it's being used as to believe, amanu. And here it's being used as allazi atamahum min ju'in wa amanahum min khawf. So slightly different meanings, as you can see. Even though it is in both cases, it is the 4th form, form 4, which basically means to believe. But I guess depending on the context, the meaning can vary, which is what we can gather from this here. And if I look at this word on the dictionary, which I looked up, so let me just see if I have that on the dictionary here. Okay, sorry. So if you look it up in the dictionary, you can see there's an amana version, and there's also an amina version. These are 2 different versions. One is amna, which is form 4, and amina, which is the basic form 1. So if you look at amana, you can see the conjugations as amina here, amana here as past perfect mazi, and then the madari is yuminu.
You lost the screen. You lost the screen.
Oh, okay. Let me see why that happened. Hold on. Okay, I think I hope that's back.
Yeah, it's back.
Okay, so this is the Wiktionary version. Let me just show you what I was saying earlier. There are two versions in the Wiktionary as well. This is the basic Amina, which is form 1, and Amana, which is form 4. So if you look at form 4 version, Amana over here, you can see, you can get the conjugations, and you can see that the Madhi form is Amana and the Mudari is Yu'minu. Then you can derive the different words from it. And form 1 has a slightly different meaning, Amina, and the form Mazi is Amana, Amuna, and the Mudari is Ya'munu. Okay, and this is not very common, I think. So this is the one that's being used over here, Amana Yu'minu.
Is this the same word as aman or peace?
Yes, I believe so. So if you look at the different the derived forms is over here. So so you can see Aman over here. The noun form Aman is occurring. And I believe this is what you're referring to, Aman, and Amanta, and Amin, which we say in after Surah Fatih, for example. That is also one of the derived forms. And Ma'man, and active participle Amin. Another active participle Amin. So I mean, extremely rich word, Ma'mun. And I think it will take some time for us to actually learn all the derived forms as we go across them. Amanat over here, Amanat. So and then form 8, Utumina, yeah. So yeah, I believe this is also the same word. I mean, it has the same root, Aman. And we can also check this out where it's used in the Quran. So if you try to look up Aman, let's see if we can get that over here. For Atamu wa Amana. So let's look that up. And you can see that this is, I want to go and look at the word Aman. Let's see, where is that? Yeah, it's 5 times as the word Aman. So I think it'll be right at the bottom. Yeah, this is, it occurs so many times, actually hard to find it as well. Yeah, I'll look that up later and then come back to it. I think it's going to be hard to find. It's just occurring too many times. So going back over here, Amana, min khawf, and then last word here is khawf. So let's take a look at that. That is occurring 124 times. The root letters are Kha, Waw, and Fa. And here it's occurring as the noun form, as fear. Allazi atamahum min ju'i wa amanahum min khawf. And you can see that noun form is occurring 26 times in the Quran. It also has, it's used as a verb form, khafa. And I think khafa yakhafu is the verb form, khafa. And I think it's yukhafu. Khafa means he feared, and yukhafu would mean he fears or he will fear. And khawf is simply the noun form, which means fear. So that was the last ayat. If I just go back over here, let me just read through the surah one more time. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. And meaning once again is, for the familiarity of the Quraysh, their familiarity with the journey of winter and summer. So Allah Ta'ala caused their familiarity with the journey of winter and summer. So let them worship the Lord of this house, the one who feeds them from hunger and gives them security from fear. Sadaqallahul Azim.